Hello, everyone. This is Randolph Parker, MS. Welcome to my channel. Today's project is I have a Rockford. This is a Rockford Fosgate Punch P850.2 car amp. It came to me dead, so I'm going to get into it. Open it up. It's a two-channel car amplifier. It's 225 watts RMS by 2 at 4 ohms. 850 watts RMS, one in bridge mode, 4 ohms stable in bridge mode. Variable high and low pass filters from 40 to 400 hertz, 12 dB per octave. Wire punch bass EQ 0 to 18 dB at 45 hertz. Focus mask heat sink. Removable connector cover. It is a TO 247 MOSFET, run cooler than standard transistor, preamp input output, fuse rating. So the first thing I'm going to do is check the fuse, of course, if it was already checked, but that's the first thing I'm going to do is check the fuse. Right now I'm just going to be setting up the preliminaries as far as power. And I don't have a head unit, so I have to jump the remote and to the roaches to turn it on or to provide power to it. So I'm just going to be figuring out the setup, looking through things, looking through the specs as you know, as I'm reading it to you guys. I got some portable speakers, 4-gauge power and ground leads recommended, wiring hardware not included with the amplifier. Of course, it's been out here for a while. I used to work on these things about 17, 18 years ago. And this particular brand, Rockford Fosgate, and it was so hard to get any documentation and information. What happened, I wound up just sending the amp to them, and basically I was being charged for the repair, and I just passed that repair onto the client at the time. So my fee was about $40 on top of sending it to Forcegate, Rockford Fosgate, and then so maybe the repair, said the repair was $120. I added 40 to 160, like a convenience fee, which the client at the time was aware of that fee because I said I was unable to get the necessary documentations in order to continue the repair. But looking now on this website, I'm not really looking for documentation right now as far as schematics, but there's tons of information regarding the specs, which I guess the specs for these amps has always been there, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, so let's get into it. Again, this is Randolph Parker, MS, and I will keep you posted. So I have the Rockford Fosgate amp open. I'm doing my visual inspection now. I'm looking under the magnifying glass. So the thing is, I see a lot of cold solder joints on the MOSFETs and some of the transistors. There's nothing I can visually see that stand out that's burnt, or there's no odor of something burnt, MOSFET transistor. From my experience, what I normally would see that when you bridge the output from a 4 ohm to a 2 ohm output to gain more power, what I have noticed from just the speakers, the output load speaker is still at 4 ohms, but your out when you bridge the output, now you went from 4 to 2 ohms, so then you have what we call a mismatch of impedance. And as you know, if there's a current surge, current's gonna take the path of the least resistance, and it's gonna uh, reflect back into the amp and pop blowing MOSFETs and transistors, because it has less resistance or impedance. So I know that. So I look for the cascaded MOSFETs to see if is there any burnt, damaged components and things like that. So let's get into it.